we did a pretty extensive battery on the Tara Reade sexual harassment allegations towards Joe Biden. And this is the deepest piece of polling that has been released on the subject to date. Voters are split on the allegations, whether they believe the allegations or not. So it's very much a 50-50 issue at this stage. And independents are the core battleground for two reasons. Number one, less than a majority of independents have been paying attention to this issue, so they're not as plugged in into the facts or into the details of the allegation. And number two, independents as a group are fairly split on whether to believe the allegations or not believe the allegations. Whereas partisans are breaking along the lines that you would expect the partisans to break on. Context matters when polling an issue such as this. And it's very important to remember that every election is a choice. And Biden is running against an incumbent who has his own history of sexual harassment allegations. And in our polling, voters believe that Trump's history of sexual harassment allegation is actually worse than the recent allegations that have been made towards Biden. So this is something to keep in mind that might anchor both the respondents of voters in subsequent polling, but also how voters ultimately vote at the end during the election. Another element to keep in mind for context is that most of the voters believe that the onus of proof should be on the accuser. That's roughly 6 out of 10 voters. And a lot depends whether or not there is proof towards the allegation and against Biden, or if there's not proof. If there isn't any proof, then most voters, including half of Republicans, believe that Biden should keep going forward and not recuse himself from the ticket. If there is proof, then different groups react in different ways. Younger voters tend to be a lot more sensitive to the issue, so that threatens Biden's base coming into the election. And then in general, it also swings independents to a position where they are concerned and they would be more likely to believe that Biden should think about recusing himself than not. So a lot at stake with this issue. A lot of context has to be kept in mind, and what we know for sure is that at this stage, it's a 50-50 issue, and it's an issue that could become a big issue over the course of the next 6 months.